we'd like to welcome to the stage your host of the United Way of Portage County 2017 Victory Celebration, Mr. Steve Martin.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Excellent. Happy holidays and welcome to the 2017 United Way of Portage County Victory Celebration. Now, before introductions, I want to start with something we traditionally end with, the reveal of some numbers. To give me a hand with this, please help me welcome the stars of the 2017 United Way video, Christina, Lillian, and Isaiah. Let's give them a big round of applause. Right over the stage. Excellent. Now, a little bit about Christina, Lillian, and Isaiah, because of their starring roles in the campaign video, and because they live in Stevens Point, are going to present the first of 7 numbers to be revealed throughout tonight's program. At the end of the presentation, you will see the whole picture, how our communities have come together to give a hand up to those who need it most. Now, when United Way set out to create this year's campaign video, the idea was to focus on those around us who have been helped through United Way partner programs and initiatives. With the assistance of Nicole Tank at Children's Hospital and the Family Outreach and Support Services program, also known as FOSS, we were introduced to the 3 stars of our video. I think you will agree that Christina's tenacity, dedication, and love for her children is an inspiration to every one of us. Christina is a wonderful mom who has worked hard for her children. With the help of the FOSS program, as well as several other United Way programs, she is now self-sufficient. Lillian and Isaiah are always smiling and eager to make artwork for anybody that asks. Both of them were recently matched with a big through Big Brothers Big Sisters, and they both love going to the Boys and Girls Club. So you think you two could help us reveal one of these numbers? So I'll come over and help you out here. You got it. Let's pull it down. And we'll hang it right here. Right there. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. So that first number looks like it is a 4. Along with the number, the first panel represents Stevens Point with a picture of the Piffner Pioneer Park Band Shell. There's a mouthful. A very recognizable feature of the city for many decades. Thank you once again, Christina, Lillian, and Isaiah. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about the rest of the program. I'm sure everybody saw those 4 Ford F-150s outside, yes? Well, tonight, we'll be giving one of those away thanks to a generous donation by Don Scafidi and Scafidi Motors. One of our 3 lucky finalists will win that truck, while the other 2 will go home with 2 other great prizes, including an air travel package donated by Simplicity Credit Union and Old National Bank, or a TV and PlayStation virtual reality package donated by Skyward. We will also be revealing more numbers throughout the program, hearing from Stevens Society co-chairs Marge Coker-Nelson and Tina Peters, and from United Way, Portage County Executive Director Sue Wilcox, who we promise will cry at least once. Okay, maybe twice. Actually, let's be real, it's going to be 4, 5 times. That's why I got some very absorbent Kleenex just in case. You know, some little kids don't flow away after the aftermath, you know? But before we get to any of that, at this time I would like to introduce our 2017 campaign chair family, the Blenkers. The Blenkers own and operate Blenker companies in Amherst. Their company is known for building high-quality homes, apartments, hotels, businesses, or darn near anything else that requires construction. As our drive chairs this year, they wanted to focus on building a better community. So, as the numbers are revealed, this year's campaign total will not be the only thing to come into focus. You will also see the communities that make up Portage County take shape. It's a great reminder that every one of us has a role in taking care of our friends and neighbors in need. Now, we're honored that the Blenkers have agreed to work with us on making the Portage County community better. Blenker family, if you could please stand up. One of them did have some contribution to this year's campaign. So if you are here, please give a quick wave when your name is called. We have Pam, Jewel, and Peter Blenker, the matriarch and patriarch. Then we have Jason and Jenny Blenker and their children, Jesse, June, and another that is on the way. Then we have Chris and Angel and their dogs, Leo and Bandit, who are also part of the campaign team and modeled their Live United doggy bandanas earlier this year. And finally, we have Justin and Melissa Blenker and their children, Colin and Charlotte. Now, interesting here, Charlotte was born during the campaign, making her our youngest drive chair ever. And we also believe the youngest drive chair ever in the history of United Way. So we like to do things a little bit differently here at United Way of Portage County. So let's give the Blenkers a big round of applause. Now, before turning the microphone over to the family's spokesperson, Jason Blenker, I'd like to say a few words about the family. Their campaign actually started last year in support of our 2016 campaign drive chairs, the Hoffmeister family. They attended campaign leadership meetings throughout the Hoffmeister's campaign to learn the ins and outs of United Way and preparing themselves for their year. Following last year's recognition luncheon in February, they began work on their own campaign. They posed for photos, set a theme of building a better community, and attended a lot of meetings. They recorded PSAs, made videos, and even designed a new thermometer poster for us that you can see at several locations throughout Portage County. They worked both behind the scenes and in front of crowds at events like our campaign kickoff at Project Fresh Start and at the Century Color Run. They even constructed a one-of-a-kind bookshelf we used to promote Learn for Life at our campaign kickoff. Now, everyone who has seen this bookshelf has asked, how can I get one of those things? And we think the Blenker companies might be wise to add a bookshelf division to their organization. One lucky third grade classroom in Portage County is actually going to win it as part of a reading competition that will be held in January. Thank you, Blenker family, for getting involved, for your leadership, and for building a better, stronger community. Now, I'm going to ask Jason Blenker to come on stage to say a few words. Following the recognition lunch in February of this year, Jason wasted no time jumping in with both feet, or in his case, both arms. Jason set a goal for himself to wear a Live United shirt each day this year. So far, we haven't seen him without one. You know what? Whenever we think we have him, he just smiles, yeah, there he goes, and pulls back his shirt like Superman, yeah, only to reveal those words, Live United. Thank you, Jason, for your dedication and belief in United Way, and here's an extra, just in case. Please welcome
They have been getting a little dirty, so it's good to have a new one. I want to thank my wife. She found a blue and white one so that we could support our Amherst Falcons in their run to state this year. So I was excited to get a blue one exchanged for some of the white and black ones. So I'd like to thank you all for coming out here today. It's been an honor to be the Drive Chair family. It's been a lot of work, but very rewarding. And we're all here today to thank you and all the individuals and organizations that really made this day happen and support all of United Way. We want to thank you all for your time, your talents, your treasures, and for your unwavering belief in living united. You know, what this campaign has really opened my eyes up is I've learned what an inspired community we have. In everything that you read in the news, listen to the news and see on TV, you would think the world is coming to an end, but we have a lot of people that are passionate about giving and paying it forward, and it makes me very humble to live in the community that we live in. And I want to thank each and every one of you for all the work that you do to make the United Way drive successful. So at this time, I've got a lot of other thank yous that I need to get out and recognize a number of individuals and organizations for their special contributions to this year's campaign. I'd ask that you please hold your applause. I've got a pretty long list of people that we need to thank here today, so unless you really want to be here until Christmas, let's hold our applause. So, on my list, the 2018 Drive Chairs, Vicki Nason, Kathy Davies, Shannon Semmerling, Amber Hook, Anna Weisbrod, Tina Peters, Marge Corker Nelson, our 2017 Stevens Society co-chairs, our campaign pace setters, Delta Dental of Wisconsin, Old National Bank, the United Way Endowment, our workplace campaign coordinators. They are really the key to our successful campaign. The 2017 Sweepstakes Prize donors, Scafidi Motors, Simplicity Credit Union, Old National Bank, Skyward. Our 2018 Give and Get United coupon book sponsors, Spectra Print, JHL Digital, Direct, and to all the businesses that provide discounts and offers that make the 2018 coupon book an incentive people can't live without. This year's book features more than 100 coupons. I'd like to thank our agency leaders and service providers, members of our Campaign Speakers Bureau, our media partners, printers, and designers, the United Way board and staff, the many companies that provided in-kind campaign support, corporate match donations, and monetary corporate gifts. All of our honored guests and community leaders not previously acknowledged, those that have come back to tell their stories of how United Way changed their lives. I'd like to thank the teachers who have taught me how to read. I thank the soldiers and veterans who have fought and died for this country so that I can read it in English. I thank the rest of my family for all their support in Living United, and I'd like to thank anyone else, living, dead, cool or uncool, that have allowed this to happen. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to welcome Lorraine Avery from Clover to the stage to reveal our next number. Ready? Let's see that number. The second number is 9, and as residents of Clover likely know, the picture well with Heritage Park, the Clover Water Tower, and the Clock Tower at Village Park. Thank you to the businesses and residents of Clover supporting the community through United Way. Thank you, Lorraine. Our next guests need very little introduction, as they have been involved with the United Way in many capacities for many years. Today, they come to the stage as our 2017 Stevens Society co-chairs. Please join me in giving a hand to Marge Corker Nelson and Tina Peters.
How I focused on many years. Thank you, Jason, and thank you to the Blenker family. It's been a trip for all of us, and thanks so much for what you've done. As co-chairs this year of the Stevens Society, Tina and I would really dare just to say thank you. Members of the Stevens Society give individual or combined gifts of $500 a year to the United Way to Thrive. Our generous Stevens Society this year is one reason that Portage County United Way is #1 in the state and number 16 in the nation per capita giving for United Ways that raise $1 million or more. That's amazing. That giving is one of the reasons also that our United Way is able to help one person or more every 15 minutes in Portage County. Thank you to all those Stevens Society givers for their continued generosity and initiative and leadership. Thank you.
In Portage County, leadership gifts from Stevens Society members account for approximately 1/3 of the total dollars raised each year during the community campaign. As of yesterday morning, we have 1,016 Stevens Society members who gave a total of $1,141,002. I think that deserves a round of applause. Now I'd like to welcome Shannon McLaren to the stage from Almond to reveal the next number, please. The third number is 1. Almond is well known for their rich agricultural history. So even though agriculture has moved into the digital age, it is depicted here with a turn-of-the-century barn and silo. Thank you to the businesses and residents of the Almond-Bancroft area for supporting the community through United Way. Thanks, Shannon, for revealing that third number. At this time, I'd like to welcome the guy who wishes he was the real Steve Martin back on stage to give away a few prizes.
Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Tina. Now, is everybody ready for a little fun? I guess I'm going home. Come on, are you ready to have a little fun? We're about to give away over $40,000 in prizes. All right, that's better. But you know what? Maybe we need a little inspiration. So, Nathaniel, why don't you hit us with some music? All right, perfect. Welcome to the United Way's Wheel of Fortune. I'd like to welcome our 3 finalists from this year's campaign. These 3 individuals had their names drawn at random from all eligible sweepstakes contestants. Each finalist then rolled dice prior to the start of today's victory celebration to determine the order that each of them spins the prize wheel. So, are you ready to meet our contestants? Excellent. So first, we have from the town of Hull, Carol. Come on down. Let's give her a round of applause. And second, from Wausau, Wisconsin, Ahila. Come on down. And last, our third contestant from Custer, Wisconsin. Let's hear it for Alyssa. Excellent. So, just a few rules about the game here. So we are going to play 2 rounds to determine who wins what. So the lowest score of 3 spins wins that round's prize. Now, each spin must go all the way around. So, in other words, in round 1, the lowest score from 3 spins wins that prize, the virtual travel package. Then we'll move to round 2, and the lowest score from 3 spins will win the air travel package, which of course leaves us with the 3rd contestant, who we know is the grand prize winner of the Ford truck. Make sense? Excellent. Well, any ties for low score, we will do a tiebreaker. Obviously, if we have a tie for high score, we don't need to do a tiebreaker. But if we have a tie for low score, we will do 1 spin with those 2 contestants, and the low score will win that round's prize. Make sense? All right, so let's actually meet the contestants. So, Carol, what was your last name again, please?
Rasinski.
Rasinski. Carol Rasinski. Let's hear for Carol. So, see, I understand you like to help at church and you like to watch a little bit of TV once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. And what kind of shows do you typically like to watch on TV?
Mystery and game shows.
Mysteries and game shows. You never thought you'd actually be on one, did you? No. Are you having fun?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. We'll have a lot more fun here shortly. Do you have a favorite TV show?
No, I just like a lot of them, so.
Just like a lot of them. Excellent. Well, she donated through the direct mail. And so it's interesting that we had a direct mail winner. So any way you give to United Way, you could actually be standing up here going for one of these prizes. And Carol donated because she says that there's always people in need. So let's hear it for Carol. Our second contestant, Halen, your last name again, please?
Last Warren?
Easy for me to say. Mas Warren, how's that?
Great.
Excellent. And you love movies. She loves TV, you love movies.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite genre or type of movie?
Probably science fiction.
Science fiction. Do you have a favorite sci-fi movie?
Avengers.
The Avengers. You like the Avengers? There's a new one coming out, I think, isn't there? Absolutely. So what she says about United Way is it's a good cause. It's good to help families, and it has a lot of good programs. So let's hear it for Ahila. And our 3rd contestant, Alyssa, and last name?
Gralla.
Gralla. And you're a big volleyball player. You are. And I understand that you met your hubby at the University of Stevens Point?
Just in point.
Oh, okay. So in Stevens Point, is he a volleyball player too?
Yes.
He is. Now I hear that something's going on with his current truck.
Yes.
So if I understand correctly, if you win the truck, you're going to give it to him?
We'll see.
Excellent. Well, Alyssa says about United Way, it's a good cause, it's good to help families, and it has a lot of good, she says it's a good cause, it helps the community, and maybe someday, you never know, I might need a program to help my family as well. So let's hear it for Alyssa and all of our 3 contestants. So now that we've got the rules, we've got our contestants. Are you ready to play round 1 and see who wins that virtual package? Excellent. So, are you ready, Carol? All right, why don't you join me upstairs here? There you go. And remember, we are going to spin this 3 times, and we're going to add those totals. And as an audience member, I am not a math geek, so you're going to have to help me with the math. So these numbers go from 1 to 40. We're going to be doing 3 spins. So you know what? There might be some math involved, but I do have my handy-dandy judges down at the front table here to keep me accountable. So you ready to spin that wheel? All right, let's spin it 1 time, please. Feel free to applause as it goes around. Kind of like, there we go, there we go. So we're coming down. You can see up on the screen. The first number is a 34, not too shabby. So let's spin it a second time, Carol. Round and round it goes. 34 was the first number, and 32 is our second number. This is looking pretty good for you, Carol. 1 more time, please. And the last number is a 29. So audience, what's our tally? Nobody was doing the math. Well, luckily, I've got my judge right here. Hold it up for the crowd. 95 for Carol. I'll have you step down right on your number 1 there. Excellent, thank you. Nahila, please come join me upstage. And spin it the first time there. Round and round goes. Our first number is a 24. Not too bad. Spinner again. So good start, good start. And we got 95 to beat here. The second number, 21. 21. So we got 24 and 21. One more time. Let's see what we get. And an 8. 24, 21, and 8. Anybody do the math? I hear 53. Are they right, Fred? 53 is right. Excellent. Thank you. And our third contestant, Alyssa, come on up. All right. Give it a spin. All right. 23 is the first number. Remember, the low score of this round goes away with that virtual package. One more time. So we got 23. Second number is 27. 27 and a third, please. So I think we've got 50, so you need 37 for the third number. And what is that total? 69. We got 69. I think it's 87. Okay. Nice guess. And so looking at our numbers, the low score, Ahila, you win our virtual reality package. Congratulations. Let me get that for you. I'll actually have you take this, and I'll have you go right on over to your table, and we'll meet up with you in just a little bit. So yeah, I'll have you join us. Now, before we play the final round, I think we need to reveal another number, don't you? Yeah, because I mean, after all, what would a good game show be without a commercial break? So to help with this, I'd like to ask Kelly Krachevsky from Kennedy Elementary in Junction City to help reveal our next number. You two just stick around. Pull that down, excellent. And it's... Thank you very much. Thank you, Kelly. It is a 9. Now, Junction City is the meeting point of two important railroad lines. The east-west route of the former Sioux Line Railroad from Stevens Point to Marshfield, and the north-south route of the former Milwaukee Road from Wisconsin Rapids to Wausau. While both rail lines are now part of Canadian National Railway, the railroad continues to maintain a strong presence. Thank you to the businesses and residents of Junction City who support the community through United Way, and thank you once again, Kelly. Now, you ready for round 2? Are you two ready for round 2? Yep. Absolutely. All right. So remember, just a reminder, the low score of the 3 spins for this round is going to win the air travel package, which includes a $1,000 air travel voucher and a $500 Visa card for spending. And this was donated generously by Simplicity Credit Union and Old National Bank. So let me ask you real quick, if you happen to win the travel package, where would you love to travel?
I have to think about that.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wow, the sky's the limit. No idea. Well, let's actually see who's going to walk away with that air travel package and who's actually going to walk away with the 2018 Ford F-150 XL Super Cab 4x4 worth $38,000, and that was donated by Scafidi Motors. So let's hear it for Scafidi. I do believe it is time. Carol, you ready? Excellent. Help you up here. And remember, we'll do 3 spins again. Go ahead and spin the first one. Round and round it goes. And we have a 38. You're getting some pretty big scores here. Let's spin the second time. Second spin gives us a 15. A 38 and a 15. One more time. Last spin is a 25, 38, 15, and 25, totaling audience? 78. 78, we'll give that to Carol. Nice job, Carol. Come on up. It's time. First spin. Remember, once again, low score wins the air travel package. High score in this round walks away with the truck. Uh-oh, we start with an 8. 8. There's a lot of scores on this wheel, so there's still a chance. 8 and a 5. Go ahead and spin one more time. We need a big one here. We need a big one. 8, 5, that's 13, and 32. I don't know if that does it. What's our score, audience? 45, and I do believe we have the winner of our air travel package going to Alyssa. Congratulations. And Carol wins the 2018 Ford F-150. Congratulations to all three of you. Congratulations, Ahila. Excellent job. Now if we could have you two join Ahila right over here for a nice picture. That would be great. One more round of applause for our contestants. And one more round of applause for our wonderful prize sponsors. Wow. That was exciting. That was exciting. But I noticed we do have some unfinished business. We still have, a few numbers to pull down. So to help us with our next number, I'd like to welcome Dennis and Shank from Rosholt to the stage to reveal that number. Of the Rosholt Fair, held each year in Rosholt. With deep roots in agriculture and lumber mills, Rosholt and its residents continue to thrive and provide an important link to Portage County community. Thank you to the businesses and residents of Rosholt who support the community through United Way, and thank you once again, Dennis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I now welcome to the stage, United Way of Portage County Executive Director, Sue Wilcox, who will help reveal this year's campaign total with assistance from our 2017 campaign drive chairs. So Sue, please, come on down.
If you look at the board, you'll notice that we have two more numbers to reveal. But we have a large drive chair family, so we thought it would be nice to give them even more work to do, even though this is the fun part, everybody. Before we do that, though, I wanted to thank the Blenkers for all they have done for United Way and for the Portage County community this year. Pam, Peter, Jenny, Jason, June, and Jesse, and the newest Blenker on his way. Melissa, Justin, Colin, Charlotte, Chris, and Angel, thank you for coming along for the ride. Each year we welcome a new leadership team to chair the annual United Way campaign. I am so glad that we look to Amherst and to the Blenker family to lead this year's fund drive. Following in the footsteps, yes. Following in the footsteps of the Amherst Falcon football team, who recently earned their 3rd consecutive state football title, the Blenker family did not disappoint. To all of you, thank you for a job well done. United Way funding helps support more than 30 programs and initiatives focused on education, health, income, and community basics. All of these programs are focused on building a better community. From programs that help keep our seniors in their homes and independent, to programs that help struggling families become self-sufficient, to the ones that help mentor kids in need of direction, the Blenker family's leadership and generosity will continue to give back for generations. Blenker family, can we have your assistance in pulling the last 2 numbers?
I think it's 2 more 9s.
Are you ready? All right, go ahead. Pull together if you would.
Pull together. Ready? Go. Do the same.
Final numbers are 3 and 0. I should point out that this is the first time in our county's history to exceed the $3 million mark. Our final number this year's $3,048,991. The pictures capture the fighting spirit of the Amherst Falcons as well as UWSP, our very recognizable institution for higher education. Thank you, Portage County, for taking us into new territory and for smashing our goal of $2.85 million. And before we wrap up for the evening, would you please assist me in recognizing the most amazing and talented staff, the United Way staff. Would you please stand? Now, if we could have the Blenkers and everyone involved in pulling the numbers on stage for a photo, that would be great. We wish to thank everyone here this evening from the bottom of our hearts. We love you, and we wish you all the very best. Happy holidays, and thank you for living united.